Hey, tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is back to the basics. You're gonna do this. How we do text, baby. Man, I was back. You know what it is. Know what it is. Know what it is. Again. The only place go get it. Only place go get it. Only place go get it is right back at the basics. Only place you ever gonna get it is right back at the basics. Chuck of the deuces, how we do text, baby. Man, I was back. You know what it is. Know what it is. Know what it is. Real man rise up. Fake man rise down. Real women rise up. Fake women rise down. Practice where I preach and preach on. And today's topic I'm going to talk about is, man, I want to ask y'all a question. I want to ask you a simple, honest, truth question right here. Do you notice stuff that people always mention slavery? There's something wrong with this term. When I say slavery and slava, people need to look this stuff up. I've been lied to from my own folks and everybody else. Even Caucasian been lied to, and everybody else. When people say the word slavery is another word for Slavic people. I want to ask white people this question: what they got to do with this? This Slavic race of people been captivity to my people being enslaved. That means they were being enslaved too at each other, and and then somebody gave this name Slavic, and then Slava, and give it to blacks and every other race group. If that's the case, what the hell Asians are fighting for? Middle East and the Israelis, because the British and the fucking French. They start the war between those two, between the Jews and Israelis, whatever you want to call it. They fight each other for nothing. That's what between the North and the South was about. People need to study this Confederate flag. When they see the Confederate flag, they think it's always between the black and white. That's what I thought, but it was more than that. It was about between the North, who could conquer the North, who could conquer the South, who controlled the whole entire reject of the conqueror of the lands of the North, who could conquer the North, who could conquer the South. See, that's what it was about. That was between the Union and the Grays, between the blue and the gray. See, it had a lot to do with this. When they say blue, like blue scream, like blue, everything the color blue, like the blue dogs, blue devil dogs, whatever you want to call it, the original police, they say. And when you say grays, those are the Grand Wizards of the KKK and the Ku Klux Klan. That explains every goddamn thing. When they show the two crosses, right, it's the cross of the rain. That same crosses is the one with part of the European countries. Somebody's lying. If you put Persian flag, aka that's Iran, Middle East, whatever you want to call it, a part of Aryan and so is Ethiopian, and in the Indo-European language, what they got to do with this? If you put Persian flag and put what is called Judah, Judah is a tribe. It's a tribe, just as like Caucasoid, that's a Caucasian tribe all the way from the damn mountains. And the African tribes are from the Africas, like Zaka Zulu and Bushmen. That's Mandela's tribe. See, something ain't right about here. And then you got Asians. They had their own tribes. I don't know what they call, but they come from the emperors of the dynasty era. The emperor and empresses. That's for male and females. But there's something wrong about this term slavery right here, because Caucasian need to give me an answer on this. If they slave not only Middle East, Asians, Latinos, and every other, then what the hell it got something to do with between blacks and whites? What the hell it has something to do between the Black Panthers and the Ku Klux Klan and Nation Islam and Skinhead and the Black Israelites and all the rest of these hate groups? Why these motherfuckers are coming out all of a sudden? Other than you don't hear nothing from them when something incident went down, when one of their people being attacked. That's when they're there. Other than when something incident is about to occur, you don't hear none from them again. See, somebody's lying about this racism stuff. If that tells about the some of the Caucasian been lied to, that says rednecks been lied to. I just want to find some answers, man, because when you say the word slavery, it's just another word for slave. But just think about this. Just think about this. Think about this for a second. Some people say that that the original term Caucasian, that came from the Great Flood. They believe that Caucasian are a beautiful race of men and women. But there's two Caucasians. The clean white Americans, those are dirty whites. And the Europeans Americans mixed with the top, I forgot what they call it. It was a brother did a video mixed with Mongolians. That explains it. That's mixed with between Negroid and Mongoloid, and blacks had certain featurement from Europeans and Asian at the same thing. Basically, people all blend in together. They all mix in. That explains why white people tinted their skin. That explains why that black people bleached in. They want to blend it in with the Caucasian, and that's why Caucasian tended in. They want to be tended in and tingle along, get along with black folks. But I never understood this. I never. Maybe I'm confused. But what they got to do with Asians? Why Asians fight each other? So they can have a different combat zone of the fighting. Who can have the best of fight techniques in school between the British and Chinese and Japanese? See, this slavery stuff that people talk about is a bunch of bullshit. If it's bullshit from the Asian world and not only the black world, it's bullshit from the white world as well. Because I'm gonna say this. If you don't believe me, people, please, people, do your research. It's very important. If you want, I can't tell you anything because I don't know myself. There's something right and something ain't right about this term slavery. And I believe United Nations has something to do that came up with the concept, the term, who pushing this idea, who can put this certain group to be superior, inferior nonsense. Because they did the same other groups. Then why these mixolado kids run around here? Because you got to have certain features what defined of a black person is, what defined by a Caucasian, what defined by Asian, what defined any other race. See, people been taught. They've been taught, and I'm guilty of this, and I have to learn, and I'll fix it. Because regardless what race, but this racism stuff, it need to be clean. It need to be clean now. Because this thing that, you know, please, people, you mean to tell me my people got their ass whooped for nothing? Fire holes, dog holes, getting shot at for nothing. Because we come from a race of people of the original slavery was white slaves before this start for blacks and Asian. So let me get this straight. Where do Native Americans play a role on this? And Latinos. And on top of that, see, somebody's lying on this. See, you see how they use Caucasian and play against each other between their own and other races, and they did the same thing to blacks, they did the same thing Latinos, they did the same thing all these other groups. See, I don't like liars, because what they'll do, they'll lie, and they got this belief. Let's stop fighting each other, because this has got to fix right here. And I'm telling you, I know Caucasian want to know the truth because they're being lied on, and they, you know, and it's crazy. I used to think it was just blacks being slaves. I never thought Caucasian was ever been slave. But damn, I was wrong. It was true. I looked it up and I did my research myself. I looked it up. But they got to look at these racial terms and what it means. And they believed that Caucasian are the beautiful race of men and women in the world. They really did believe, but their certain skin was pale and red dish. But all Caucasians don't look like that. Most Caucasians are pink, mellow, olive oil, white, and then you got dirty whites. Just like all blacks, they separate all blacks with this horn of Africans and sub-Radiant Africa or something like that they call it, and then you got North Africans. So that explains they talk about the African Americans or the of the indigenous. They come from original origin of Africa. They come from defeated and carnival African cannons. That's what the original name Africa came from. Just like Europe. Europe come from a Greek woman sitting on the goddamn bull of Taurus, the zodiac sign. So that explains every goddamn thing. And Asia came from a goddamn Ramesses' wife. So who drowned the goddamn babies and put them to slavery? It had to be black. If it ain't black, it'd be Jews or somebody else been enslaved by the Egyptian. They trying to say slave by the Jews. Then why they killed the Jews? Or this has something to do with Zionists or damn Nazi Germans. See, you see how this thing plays around. Some say Hitler was being used by his own people. I don't know how true it is, but I don't gauge what Hitler was doing. And what they split, and then you hear about the British intelligence used the Africans to attack each other in Africa. And then you got Asian people who invaded into Asia from the war states. No wonder why there was wars going on all over there in China, but in Japan as well. See, all this connected. But what that says about Spanish War, why they slaved the Spanish? I guarantee they probably slaved the Spanish for they can bring them in, working a lot of labor of work, especially they do the Mexicans now. They did every they did Cubans, they did Puerto Ricans, but they do Cubans when they lift the boats right along with the Haitians. Then you got the Haitian brothers and sisters and Dominicans fighting each other. That is crazy. All this shit is connected, and then you got Jamaicans. But I want to know the Jamaicans, what they got to do with them? What they got to do, Bahamas. See, everybody's slaving everybody. Just like the original redneck. The original rednecks that come from a handkerchief that wear the handkerchief off of their face, for they won't identify who the people there were. Some say redneck came from the slave of the whip. So his neck was flashing all red. He mad at the slave. He beat him once at a time. Every time he beat the slave, he got red flashes on his neck. That's why they use that term redneck. Same thing when they say black people. When they say black is blotted out, bleach out. White is white color or colorlessness. That's what the term white or pure as sour milk. And they trying to say that white is bloom skin. They bleed so easily than any other race. Now I don't know how true that is, but this is what they say. And they found the three original race where it came from. Some say that the Caucasian are the people of the Neanderthals. I believe that's true because they trying to say all Caucasian are cave race people. Now that's not always necessarily true. That's in any other race can be caves. And another thing, they trying to say that the Homo erectus was blacks, and I believe that's so. But and another thing, then you got the Mongols. I don't know where they were, but they probably between the Neanderthals and Homo erectus and the habits and all of so much more. You got to go back to 300,000 years ago, before the pyramids, before the green on the stair field, before the land of history of America, before all that. You got to go back years ago when this world was not even existed and born yet. That explains every fucking thing. It's a Slav, it's a language. But what they got to do with Slav people has something to do with my people was vested in slavery. Come on, Caucasian, somebody please explain that to me. They trying to say Slava and slavery is not the same. It have to be. It's the same pronounce of the letter of the word. I feel bad for some of the Caucasians because they are being lied to by their own damn people and everybody else, just like I've been lied to from Caucasian. See, somebody need to get the bottom of this so-called slavery, because I'm gonna tell you something fishy about this scientific racism. It really is. And found original scrolls from Georgian to Ethiopian to East Asia. Look it up. Everything came out of Asia. Like the same thing they say Asia is the Eastern Star. Some say is Eastern Star is the god of lust. They already know what I'm going with this. Lucifer, let's be honest. Even Freemason and River Girls and all the rest of them, Skull and Bones and Boule actually believe this. I know they don't believe in Jesus. I know they don't. Even so-called niggas and crackers do not believe in God. I know they don't. When you say you do you and I do me, it's another word. It's Satanism. You're basically saying I'm going to do what I want to do. You're going to do what you're supposed to do. You can't control me. You can't condemn me. You can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do what I wanted to do. See, that's why people say that when do it, I will. When you say do it, I will, you're basically saying I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to smoke. I'm going to drink. I'm going to get high. I'm going to get laid. I'm going to go out there and kill people. All this stuff, it got a lot to do with sadism. When people do something wrong, and witchcraft and voodoo, and I can go on and on. I can go on and on. I really think United States government was the one who created the scientific racism. I really do. They use whites and they use blacks. They use Latinos. They don't want to see other races come together, period. But people giving your video response, there is something fishy about slavery. It really is. People need to look it up and see if what they say. Because at the end of the day, white people are nothing but your pets. Black people are nothing but the ham. Asian ain't nothing but a sham. And what started all this slavery shit when Noah got drunk and went to his tent and drank of wineness, and somehow Shem and Japheth saw one of their younger brother was Canaan, the father of Ham. One of the kids was been molested by his father. And not only he been molested by his father, he was been eaten by his father. When you say caveman and cannibal, Canaan, and when you say Canaan as cannibal, you put that all together. The same planet is come from Saturn. The same planet Saturn that eats children that you see today. And I guarantee you it has something to do with it. And all that started from European. That eat children before Africa and everybody else did it. It's sick. It's sickening. It's not even funny. The same thing that they say a planet cube, like Ice Cube. Like he had his own he had his own film company called Cube Vision. It's sized like a cube, because a lot of people still believe that the world was 100% flat. If it was 100% flat, that means they hundreds of degrees of metamite of flat. How much of a world been around for thousands of years ago? But please, people, do your research and expose this racism for once for all, because it's bullshit. And people need to look at this racial slurs before people say it. I guess whites don't know when they say the word nigger is just another word. I want to kill you. You're a dead race. You're nothing to me. That's what it's a Greek word. And the sad part, my people don't know what this word meant. And another thing, they need to stop saying this word if they don't know what it means. Same thing, the word cracker. We need to stop saying that prefer Caucasian, because cracker means the white people are masters. We supposed to bow down to them. They whipping our command. We supposed to bow down to them. We ain't supposed to bow down to no one. We ain't they serving, and they ain't this serving us. We are our own person, they are their own person. We both misunderstood men a lot. It showed me, it's sad a lot. It really is. No wonder why people are against interracial dating. because they're afraid their race is going to die out and other races think the same thing. But white folks and black folks have been fucking with each other for years. It ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new like a green under the sun, goddamn sun. I don't know why people act like before that show Scandal came out, black women fuck with white guys for years ago. Some white guys rape black women. And some black men rape white women. And white women been raped by her man, and black women been raped by her man. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why racism is fucking bullshit to me. I don't know why Caucasians believe in this type of nonsense in the first place. I want to know why we believed it. We look at them as the enemy, and they think the same way. See, Hitler created this shit, and this is way before Hitler. Now you got Mr. Farrakhan, and now you got all the rest of them got the same preach of Hitler was taught. Because you do not come from the Aryan race. See, this is what whites believe. If you don't got no blonde hair and blue eyes, then you're not Aryan. I guess that makes Ethiopian. They Aryan too, right? Even though they don't have blonde hair and blue eyes, right? They got Negroid feature even mixed with Mongolians. See, look at Caucasian. Caucasian got Mongolian and Negroids featured in that. But come on, and the same thing for my own people. Between African Americans and Black Americans and Africans. The African Americans are the ones that's going somewhere. Black Americans are the ones ain't going nowhere. And Africans going a lot of places for they can connect it to the bloodline, what the original where they came from. That explains it. It's the same thing European, white American, and Caucasian American. See, this is show you how slavery is bullshit. See, white folks, I can't get mad at them. They're going to go along with the program. That's what they do. Same thing of my folks. We're going to go along with it. Asian, Latino, all this racism talk is fucking bullshit. I don't care how much they hate blacks, but they going to get discriminated just like blacks, and they're going to know what it feels. And first thing they're going to say, they want everybody marching with them. But another thing, just like that movie called Dear White People, it was that movie was about saying, stop complaining about white folks. We going through the same traits that you're going through. That's what they're saying, and which is true. You can't blame them for this. Some of their people play a part of it, but guess what? Our people play a part of this stuff too, you know. My people slaved them, and their people slaved my folks, and Asian, and everybody. Basically, a lot of race of people slaving at each other for nothing. Fight over this so-called effect who can conquer these damn conquered countries for nothing. Look what goes on over there in Europe right now between Ukraine and Russia. Ukrainian want to be their own independent without Russia. Russia want to be independable with Ukrainian to be part of Ukrainian war right along with Russia. It don't make no fucking sense. And then you got Ebola going on trying to wipe out blacks out. And then you got China. Hong Kong doing revolution right now. It ain't no telling what it's about. I guarantee you what it's all about in Hong Kong. They fall into some hard at a time in the economy. But ever since Obama got in there, it went crazy. Go watch Naruto, watch Dragon Ball Z. They always portray a cartoon anime cartoons. They always put them with blonde hair and blue eyes because they believed that out India theory they were enslaved by the damn Turks and they've been called the Aryan race. I kid you not, the Ku Klux Klan and the Aryan Brotherhood and the skinheads and Nazis, all the rest of them believe in this type of nonsense. But them same motherfuckers, their people slaving their people. And they slave all the rest. And then you got the black Americans and Africans. They fall to the same type of BS, same mindset, and Asian. When people ever gonna wake up and realize they need to accept the people the fact that whoever the fuck they are. If you're racist, then be a racist then. I don't like racists. I can't stand them. Anybody can be a racist. You got black racists, white racists, All races ain't nothing but bullshit. All it is divide and conquer and overpower these other races. That's all it's about. This scientific racism that people say, let's put this idea to make people, everybody, other race to feel like they inferior and inferior meant from another race to make them feel like they're inferior, but they couldn't be qualified the same apparatus, the same opportunity than any other race. Cut the bullshit. You can do the things they do. And superior means you're in the top of the rings. They can't knock you down. As long as you remain, you're going to remain on top. You're not going to remain on the bottom being inferior. You're going to be a superior. They should up above you or near you. That is bullshit. All this racism stuff, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't want to hear it because I realize it's fucking bullshit. No matter how much we blame Caucasian, we better study the history. We better study it. And I'm saying the same thing. Whites need to study black history. Asians need to study not only whites and blacks because we all want the same traits, the same thing. But we want different traits and want different ways of things we want. That's why we can't fucking get along if you notice it. I mean, it's crazy. I never understand racism, but now I see it. That's why I don't fuck with racists. Not even my own, not even whites, not no, because they've been conditioned to think like that. Because somebody gonna take something that will belong to you, but it's gonna be take the wrong belongs in someone else. You're gonna feel infuriated because they do something way more better than you is. You should be superior because you main on jet and main on top. This is what they use that term minority majority means. Minority means you speak half the majority of people. Majority means you speak half of the majority of the people. That's what I'm saying. And minority means you're a fucking loser. That's what they mean. And then you got the damn liberals. They believe in court adjustments. It's not court adjustment for any other law, any other bill, or any other race. People really need to study this shit. People thought when Obama got in there, they was gonna make this wave of magical figure, this magical wand, abracadabra, boof, disappear, racism gonna be gone. No, it's still here. We live in this racist ass system. What define of these races? What define any of it? But redefine of being a human being. I'm a human being, they're a human being, we all human beings. We all been victimized by human enslavement. But the real enslavement is the slavery of the mind. And take the slave out of the enslavement. Instead of being under control, be in control of your life. Fuck this racism shit. This whole thing, man, it's been set up since day one. No wonder why they having these issues. No wonder why they have segregation in the 1960s and 50s on top of that. Blacks couldn't drink the same water fountain as Europeans. And all this stuff was set up for nothing. And where you think the Jim Crows come from? Jim Crow come from Jimmy Crack Corn, the slave song, sing-along slave song. Well, it's about a black slave killing a white slave master and happy that his slave master would die. And he said, Jimmy Backhorn, and I don't care. When you say Jim, they dropped the Jim instead of Jim. They said instead of Jimmy, it's Jim. Jimmy Backhorn. And crow is they crow. He crowed his way out like a bird. He free. No wonder why they put this whole Jim Crow. And I guarantee the people who own the system know the truth. Doesn't matter what race they is. They all need to be held responsible. But people in Virginia allowed this stuff from Maine to happen. And they could have did anything. They got a policy for white folks to not to feel any guilt what their people did. Because they look at it as a business franchise. It was a business move. They got what they wanted. Because every other race do the same. But Caucasian no different because Africans, they sold us out just like Europeans sold their own people. It was a business move and they sold the slavery out for each other and their women. Look what they did to the white women. Look what what they did to the black women, especially our women. Now they hate us. And I'm going to tell you something, and the children, you got to look at this shit. You got to look at it all different angles. And then you got Asians. No wonder. It was set up that day one. Nothing ever been said. But things could have been better. If you want to be free, we all remain free. But once we remain slaves, we all remain in cuffing and shambles, being slave to everybody. That's what the red pill and the blue pill is about. People still stuck in illusion, destroy humanity, but not trying to save it. But in reality is people hate to face the facts, hate to face the living truth instead of living the lies. But give me your comments, give me your visual thought, and I want to pick you why you figure that and why slavery would happen in the first place. Because when you say the word slavery, it's another word for slaver. It was a Slavic people. They were original slaves before anybody else did. Nothing else I can say, anything I said more. And that's all I got to say about that. I don't believe this, man. And it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Base and Chuckle the Deuce. This is how we do text, baby. Until next time, alright? Alright, peace and I'm out.